Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to,
Normally.
Their last pick as well. And GoDz, who is the biggest threat on the side of Boom for T1 that maybe they should try and focus on? That is going to be LC.
Ooh, I think Yopaj is the biggest threat. Honest. There we go. As soon as phase shift goes on cooldown, he's like, I'm going to go aggressive now. I'm going to run at you. You use phase shift, and top lane, this first blood, it's going to be on the disruptor.
To be real, I had no idea how Shadow even worked to be, but it's, because I never play support, right? I was like, oh, it turns out you need like the 5 stacks, and then you do so much damage with the.
Oh, we're seeing it top now. He's got 4 stacks. It's not quite enough, but it's going to let the kill go to Gabby. So Gabby gets himself a kill in the top lane. This lane for him. He's going for the cookies kill. Carl is. Oh, wow. Carl actually held onto the John. He still gets low. The burn damage over time. He survives on 50 health. Yopaj is looking for it. The Scatterblast through is not going to be enough. Nicely played by Carl. As top lane, they go in and Zephyr gets a kill onto Skem with the rotation. So T1 bring both supports to the top lane.
Puck probably feeling maybe a little bit more pressured. No.
Bottom Cuckoo could be in some trouble. Gets Sprout blocked in. With the Yopaj rotation on the Snapfire, they've still got a Scatterblast, so Cuckoo is going to get... Will look to fight this one, T1. Even though they lost their tower, they've got 4 heroes up here, and they are looking to punish this. The disruption in Arrow will land onto FBZ's Mars, so he's definitely dead, and Gabby mid. So if they can find some kills or win a fight around here, they've got the Metamorphosis to push and take a tower. Instead, they're going to find Jackie. Wraith King gets banished up. The Arrow going to fall up. He has leveled up Reincarnation now, and the TP's coming to the outpost, so they are going to look to make sure they defend him. And with a disrupted TP into a Static Storm, both these T1 supports are in a world of hurt. TP behind perhaps where it counts, which is the Terrorblade against Wraith King. Terrorblade, speaking of which, has been caught by a glimpse. Gets pulled back into arena. The spear going to go with, as well as the Static Storm, and Yopaj is there with the TP in. Cuckoo could be next. He's being hit by the Mortimer's Kisses. Full retreat. Is the Sprout going to lock him in place as well? One more kiss is not going to clip him. The spear is just out of range. Cuckoo glimpse back though. That's going to surely be the death of him.
A nice play by T1. They are bringing in Gabby to make.
Not done. T1. They get the blink in onto FBZ's Mars. He goes down. Carl even committing the Dream Call. They just want to make sure they get this T1 tower with the Metamorphosis being committed and Gabby having a BKB on his TP. They should be able to get it. And the nice jewel in the backlines. Cuckoo has found one more. Another winner for him. Glimpse back could perhaps punish him, but the disruption save from Whitemont is there, and Gabby now ready to help him out.
And then it becomes a game of playing on Boom.
Here we go, both teams smoked up, and it's going to be the Puck who gets instantly blink stunned and speared. That's a dead Puck. He couldn't get the phase shift off in time, and now the kisses come raining down onto Cuckoo. 2 dead on the T1 side, right out of the pause. Boom, they strike fast, they strike hard, but they will lose the disruptor in the process as Gabby's Terrorblade on the front line still has a BKB to play around. Maybe looking to fight with this, but Metamorphosis was committed. He's being rooted up now, has to BKB just to stop himself getting stunned up. And Jackie, he's got no Reincarnation. He's in trouble. The TP's on top of him with a Reflect the Cookie down to the low ground, but he's hard committed. Gabby needs to find the Sun to target. If he's not careful, he could be in some trouble here, but it's like he's going to just get himself out of there. Jackboy, so he's in a bit of trouble, but does have the double lives to play around. We'll get back to a little bit of safety here as the arena just being used to deter any further chase here, but they've coiled up too, which means a dead Skem, and they've taken out the first life of the Wraith King as well. The Arrow finds him on the respawn, so Jackie is done for with the Cuckoo, with the Jewel Snipe as well, just to make sure he gets some bonus damage along the way. Disruption's there to find Yopaj as well, and there's no TP out for him, so Cuckoo is in the trees. Can't find a kill here. Puck goes in forward, gets caught in the Static Storm, but the spear pushes him out. Oh, and he also gets bailed out by the nice press the attack, giving him that temporarily magic immunity, gets rooted by the Nature's Prophet. That Aghanim Scepter causing some, issues chasing, but it's not really offering any kill threat as T1 do a great job baiting Carl. Everyone else and just hope we can maybe deal with TB last or something.
Maybe if, Mars has so many items to get. Ooh.
Got the jewel onto FBZ. He is very, very dead. Mortimer's just not going to crack it here in terms of the damage output, and Jackie is just losing the battle against his Terrorblade. There's no Metamorphosis, but Gabby doesn't seem to have a problem with that because he's just going to BKB TP out. Speaking of that Puck, they found Skem, and Skem knows it. He was just throwing his life to D-Ward, but they're not done. They've also caught FBZ here, and without a BKB, another dual kill going the way of T1. Cuckoo up to plus 140 now. They want to contest this. Roshan Puck finds the backline support, so gets the Drone Coil out onto one. It didn't hit the Disruptor and the Yule Scepter, and he's going to be in a Static Storm himself. Gets bursted down on the Shadow Demon. They've killed off the support. Both sides trying to see what they can find here as the Wraith King's lost his first life, and that TB just eats him alive with the dual kill as well.
That far no longer really outputs damage onto him. With the amount of save they have, it felt like they had no real way to deal with it.
Gabby just sitting on the high ground. Meanwhile, Yopaj, yeah, he's, well, caught in the back lines. Completely in no man's land, getting tipped up here as Carl tries to finish off the Wraith King on his first life. Unsuccessful, but what really matters perhaps is the base just doesn't feel like there's much Boom can do anymore.
Oh, Gabby's so strong.
Well, if there were any doubts about the T1 pickup bringing Gabby into the team, I think he's answered a few of them today with his... is juking it out here in the mid lane, and Boom Esports will be bested in game number 1. They GG out of this. As T1, they strike first, Sheepo, and it was pretty convincing in the end in some ways. Like the early...
I don't know how I would rate, I don't know how I rate her into PA though. I guess she's like pretty fast. So she would be able to roll really well with this Beatmaster tempo. Wow, I love Faceless Void.
That's cool. Avoid this game. The Chrono is good against so many of these heroes.
It's just gonna be nice there, but like they've hit level 2 now. So I would watch right now. They're gonna go.
Yeah, they're instantly jumping on Cuckoo, who's still level 1. And with the bug on him, a couple more right clicks. Jackie has a dagger in a second, and that's first blood going his way.
Still bring supports mid for like these power runes. I think like Yopaj is really gonna want these.
Gone in again onto Cuckoo. They're looking for this kill once more. They get rid of the bug, but that's not going to be enough as another kills goes the way of Jackie.
That's just the lane. What can you do?
Yep. It seems every single time we see this lane, they're just...
I love the times I see him kind of play back and like farm like the hard camp in your triangle, and try and recover there.
No.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh Coop! Oh no!
Oh, and Gabby dies top while that was going on. That's an easy catch until he gets a few more levels. Just looking rough as Tims comes in, does walk into a sentry ward. He could be in some trouble here with the torrent follow-up, gets X'd up as well. Gonna try Shikuchi's way out of this one, but the Ghost Ship is there waiting for him, so you gotta get this if you're T1. You cannot afford to lose this. Skem's got a nice grip on the Whitemon, does end up getting cancelled though. And the Static Storm gets dropped as well. Cuckoo's now rotating in. He's holding onto his Raw for now, but with FBZ showing up with the Rolling Thunder, they could be in some trouble. Holds onto the Rolling Thunder for now. Both teams trade supports, but the Ancient Sack is the big juicy prize. But with FBZ initiating with the Rolling Thunder plus the Blink, there's just nothing they can really do to take this fight initially. Zephyr does TP out in the trees, but gets nightmared up before it can complete. He's going to go down, and it looks like Gabby decides there's just no opportunity to go for a Chronosphere. Beyond his Void is making his way down this bottom lane. Thinking that maybe they want to even try to take a fight down here.
Good. Bring bodies. That's kind of how you get objective top. Oh, Scam.
Or Bane. Will end up going down. Gets the tips as well. Now bottom lane. Looks like a fight could be brewing here. The Chronosphere with the kisses. Doing some good damage. FBZ gets the swashbuckle away, but won't survive through it all. 2 dead on the Boom side, but showing up is Jackie on the PA. He's ready to fight even without a BKB. Needs to be careful. The damage is a lot, but he gets out of the Ghost Ship. Nice Phantom Strike. Gets him back for safety, and Yopaj on the Quap. Sonic Wave on through. Does some good damage to secure the kills as Tim's time-lapse to heal himself back up. It has been X, so he could be in some trouble here if he's not careful. Gabby gets forced to Time Walker's way as the pig pole gets used by Carl on the Kunkka to try and escape. Yopaj still fairly healthy here, but the time dilation causing him some problems. And
the kind of game where it can always be won.
This could be the fight where it starts to become one. Skem walks into everybody there, but the Sonic Wave from the high ground with the Rolling Thunder. Now a Ghost Ship turnaround the torrent. It could be too much. Boom Esports get eaten alive by it initially, but the PA BKB going charging forward. Eats the Void alive. He couldn't find a good Chronosphere, and Carl now all alone. He and his Scam. They fight. Whoa! Cancelled his own Fiend Strip there. I think knowing it was about to get cancelled by the Centaur, and Carl just eats up the Bane with his BKB. Looking for a new target. Nice Chronosphere on a 2. The Ghost Ship follow up, and they've got the Pangolier. Rolling Thunder or not, the Chronosphere is going to lock you down. Jackie comes into the fight on the PA. He's committed his BKB for this one, but he hasn't got the damage to deal with Carl, I don't think. And that Silver Edge is something he's got to respect as well. Will quickly lose all his evasion if he's not careful. Jackie comes back in. With
His Pango is just gonna roll and murder you. It's done you for so long.
Yep.
Into you.
Jumped on the Void, forced a time walk away, tanked the Static Storm without BKBing. We'll get pulled back in here. He may lose his Aegis without much in exchange, but he's managed to blink in aggressively once again with the Satanic. Doesn't lifesteal all too much. Gets brought low and actually finished off by Zephyr, so they've taken out the Aegis now. They will have that Chronosphere now to deal with the BKB as well as the Roar, but on the backline, just the Queen of Pain, Yopaj, jumping in, perhaps a little bit too deep. He's Chronosphered underneath the tier 4 towers. Ghost Ship follow-up is there as well, but the grip onto the Faceless Void. The Queen of Pain does still go down here, but Jackie on the PA looking to clean things up here, and without a Roar or a Chronosphere, they just don't have the control to address the PA. They glimpse her back, though. Perhaps with this, she's going to be too far in alone. The Scatterblast stun hitting her up as well with the Torrent, but here comes FBZ to perhaps save the day, or at least save the PA. They know they need to get him out alive here with the Satanic. Jackie is still healing himself back up. Fan of Knives doing a bit of damage as well, but he's being broken once more by the Silver Edge. Rolling Thunder comes to an end, and now it's full retreat for Jackie, but he gets glimpsed back into a Static Storm. Now he's in some trouble if there's any damage. Gabby's trying to find him, gets the time dilation slow. Scatterblast not going to come out as Zephyr gets stunned up. Nice play from Jackie to Phantom Strike away from the Scatterblast, but another glimpse back. He needs his BKB, he hasn't got it. Instead, he's got maybe a Satanic to heal his way through, and he's going to turn and look to fight his way out of this one. They just don't have an answer for Jackie. They try as hard as they may. They just can't kill this PA, BKB or not. Jackie survives through it all. He gets the tips from his teams.
I mean, at least a minute ago, under the Ancient, way too much of a dive from him, and here comes Jackie anyway. This is, I think, last DPC season was really just the story of like, man, like I wish Tino would really pull a hard weight, like when Yopaj had a bad game.
Going for the throw. No GG call yet from T1. They've got the buyback on the Void. One last hurrah. They go in with the Scatterblast into Cookie Stun onto the PA, but I don't know if they've got the damage for this one. Not when PA has a BKB still that he's holding on to. Cuckoo survives a little bit longer with a Ghost Scepter, but it's not really going to be enough. Gabby's going to be forced to time walk out of this, and the dagger kills Whitemon in his own fountain. GG is called. Game 3, here we come.
What a great showing. What a great showing. Boom.
Set up the Mirana arrow in lane, which feels pretty nice.
Yeah, I'd be down for either of those.
Okay. There we go. Razor it is.
Love it.
You threw out 2 options. They did end up picking.
5v5 smoking. Lion leads the way. There's that rain of fire tickling
Cuckoo,
T1,
no.
but Cuckoo, yeah, goes down to Yopaj of all heroes.
So can pierce your rage, which means that you are actually a threat. You can't go wherever you want on the map.
Top lane, they're going on Tim's. Lassoing him, linking him down. He gets very low. Gabby needs the last right click. He will die for it, though. FBZ gets the kill and the solo XP onto Gabby's Razor. It looks like Carl actually struggling to finish him off. Will need another flame break or at least a bit more damage. Has the Firefly instead. He goes jumping forward with the Tumbler's Toy. Gets Skem as well as Tim's. They are just eating Boom Esports alive here in the top lane. Missing the Pit of Malice onto the Batrider as well. Carl sets up another kill onto Yopaj. Perfectly played.
Bot lane, so you try and take advantage of that, but I think they're gonna back off when they realize that, you know, Boom aren't bad. They've also run
Carl,
top.
he vaults in, but instantly gets cursed up. Nice response from Tim's Wyvern to help Yopaj out. GoDz Sheepsticked gonna come flying through, but Carl manages to get away from that one. Throws out a flame break with the Finger of Death onto FBZ, but he tanks his way through it. And with the Fiend's Grip coming out onto Zephyr's Mirana, the damage may be too much for him, but Mirana goes leaping forward. Once the FBZ kill him, we'll get it. Plus the Yopaj death. They're absolutely destroying them. Gabby finishes off Tim's as well, and that's 3 dead on the Boom Esports side. About to be 4 with Skem. Collapsing on mid. T1 want to finish off this T1 mid. Gabby's got a BKB. Blinking in is Carl's Batrider. Once again gets caught by the Winter's Curse, but the damage may not be there to finish him off. Does get brought low and does end up going down. GoDz Sheepsticked comes flying through as well. This is the fight that Boom have perhaps been looking for. They'd love to get more in.
Like the base workings of a spell, I should probably know, but you know, it's fine.
Easy. Caught out once more. Seen this one before.
Trying to control these heroes, but now you can't even do that.
Charging in forward, they smoke up and they look to initiate here. They catch Yopa, he's just going to BKB himself. Carl finds the lasso on the Wyvern. That's the Winter's Curse taken out of the picture. And they want more. Skem's Bane going for a helpless grip onto the Razor, knowing that he's just trying to help his teammates get out of there. They may go for more here. Carl, as he bitten off more than he can chew, he goes right into the Bear's Den as he gets blown up by a Ghost Ship combo. Razor just going to BKB and look to fight his way out of this one, but already half health. Gabby has to just BKB TP out. He gets out just in time. They are scanning in the tree, so I think they have an idea of where Tim's is. Well, they definitely do now when he throws out the Splinter Blast, but elsewhere they've gone in with the Blink Lasso. Batrider's starting the fight, and Tim's goes down. They get both supports on the Boom side, and yeah, Boom, I don't think we're ready for that one. Tim's overestimating perhaps how safe he was in this top lane, and FBZ himself, he dark rifted up here. He's got no escape, so Gabby just chase him down with the BKB. They're not done. They found one more. They found the life steal. That's a big kill if they can get it, and no escape for him. Yopaj even in trouble himself. He's got the BKB, but he can't TP out. He's being chased down. If they got the control for him, I think with the movement speed, he might just barely be okay, but no, they flame break him back, and they just dive the high ground.
I really love watching that type of Dota.
Keep playing the saves. Cuckoo charging forward. He's got a save of his own just in the form of his ultimate, so he doesn't mind leading the way, but with Gabby's Aegis coming up to the party as well, they're ready to fight on the T1 side, and they've caught the Kunkka, the big fish. Yopaj goes down. Gabby has rotated on the Razor. They've still got 90 seconds left on this Aegis, so it does seem like T1 want to take a fight, and Gabby's got the perfect line coming in from behind. He gets nightmared up, though. Gets the BKB off, though, as he does get woken up here, and now they're going to take out the Bane support to start things off here. FBZ could be next on the Underlord. He's already used his ultimate, and Yopaj just has to BKB TP his way back home. Tim's Wyvern gets chased down. The Infest heal not enough from Jackie, and now his Infest is on cooldown. No rage for a couple of seconds, but he will be okay. The buybacks will scare T1 off. And they do X back in the Wraith King. They want to force this fight. Jackie's going to be careful. He's so very low. He's actually gone down. He's overcommitted, as is Yopaj. It's a rampage. Gabby just... They're smoking. Don't worry. They're fishing with arrows. Just keep throwing arrows. Eventually, you're going to hit a 5-second arrow.
So true.
Lions also. Everyone's just like trying to find a pickoff, and they finally got one. Oh, he gets bailed up by the Lotus Orb. Bane getting low here. He nightmares himself. These flame breaks are just doing too much damage, though. He does end up going down. The Razor on the high ground is trying to get this mid lane of Rax here. Cuckoo did lose his first life on the Wraith King. Had to BKB waddle his way out of the Radiant base. Jackie in some trouble here. Has to... Oh, I love it. We're looking to break some records. I feel like I've definitely seen like 60, 65k gold leads before. Blink Lasso in. Another save coming into play here as Gabby goes charging forward with the Eye of the Storm just zipping and zapping through everyone, but he's getting brought pretty low here. Jackie's trying to fight his way through this one, but he's losing his damage to the static link, and there's too much Gabby damage. Plus 226, plus 300, sorry, after the Enfeeble wears. Okay, gold lead. Cuckoo blinks in, just cleaving through him with the Wraith King. He eats the Bane alive. He wants Yopaj next. Feels like finally they may have finally broken through Boom. They've definitely broken through my ability to talk about this game. Winter's Curse comes down on a Lion, but it doesn't even connect on anything. And surely this is it. Surely, Sheepo, surely. Don't back off now, T1. Oh, the Splitter Blast to clean Yopaj. Just an Aegis. And Cuckoo's also got himself reincarnation. they're just giving him some extra kills here. Only Yopaj left standing, and they'll GG out as the team wipe is completed. 65k gold lead in the end at T1. I don't think there was much doubt. They win game 3.
67k.
Right.